your lineup with you and Attila and Son Satoshi and everyone in it seems so unlikely. It's highly unlikely that all of you people get together to be a band. So how did that happen?
Well, one good thing you said, it's a band, exactly. Not a supergroup, not a side project, it's a band. Well, okay, Joey and I, we met back in 2008 when we were touring together. And we discovered our mutual love and passion for death and black metal, for extreme music. And some stuff that you say when you're on tour is just like, hey, dude, we're gonna do a side project someday, we should play, and then let's have another beer, and then it never happens. But it did happen eventually. So a few years after that, I contacted Stefan from the band Loud Blast. They've been around for a long time, and they're actually one of the first death metal band I've ever heard. So Stefan is my friend, and we're just like, I have those death metal songs, would you like to do something with me? And he was like, yeah, but that was really a side project, there was nothing. And then out of the blue, Joey sent me a message, and he's like, hey, what are you up to? I'm like, well, everything's good. Oh, by the way, I know that you love death metal, I have those songs, would you like to check them out? He did, and then he sent me another message saying, it's fucking awesome, who's playing drums? And I said, well, I don't know, question mark. And then he joined in. Sean I toured with in 2009, so I wanted to use his voice, and then Attila was your idea?
Yep.
That you met?
Yeah. To follow that up, when me and Fred were touring together, a lot of people talk about side projects or doing something together, but the thing is, with this band and the passion and the love for death and black metal and a hybrid of the two was something that is not just something that is a hobby. This is something that has been worked on and constructed for a long time. This is just something that was done last week. So that's, it's been a long time in the making. That's what makes this so special, is the fact that we put this much time and effort into it. It's not just like, write, a couple songs and, go in and do a demo and put out an EP just for the fucking hell of it. This was pretty much, the best way to say it sounds a little weird, but it's almost like stars aligning, because would I ever fucking know that I'd be playing with him? Would I ever know that I'd be in a band with Attila? I'd never been playing with Sean and Stefan. Mm-hmm. So, and Flo, so there's a reason that this happened, and I don't try and think about it too much. And the thing is, that's what's weird about this fucking whole band, is the fact that it did happen. It's almost like it came together from some other fucking force out of the fucking universe, because I don't necessarily know, but when it happened, we were talking about this when we toured together, and this is what probably the most thing I'm most proud of is the fact that we fucking came together and we actually delivered, because when I went in to do my drum tracks for the songs, and I didn't write any music on the record, I just did the drums, I can't take credit for any of the songs, but it was something that has been festering in both of us for a long time, that we needed to get out. So it's really cool that we fucking actually stuck to our word and actually got together and made this record.
How do you manage being a band with all your bandmates spanning the globe more or less? So I think a lot of people will believe that it's a project more or less because there's so much distance in the across the globe.
Perfect example is my other band, Dragon Force. We all live in different places. That I don't want to blow my own trumpet or whatever, but we all professional musicians, which means there's a difference between being in a band when you're 16 and you live in the same city and you hang out. When you've been doing that for a long time, you can actually live in different places in the world and still want to find that connection that makes the difference for us at least. But that's how we have to define this, because you have to put words and names onto things. For us, this is not a side project or all-star, because we feel that's very important. We need this. We have to do Sinsaenum. So that's why this is a band, and the distance is not it's
not a problem.
Yeah, it's like a long-distance relationship. These things happen and can work, when we did the album separately, because of the internet, nowadays it's very easy. But once we all met up, in Budapest to do a video and rehearsing together. We did rehearse. That's when everything. We knew everything made sense. It's just that that's it. That's from whatever you want to call it before. That's a band. That's a brotherhood. That's there's a real strong, something very strong.
I'll never forget like counting off just the first song. Like the hi-hat count was literally like goosebumps and fucking spikes on arms because like it was literally like. Once that first hit happened, it's like you are in. Like it was no like, well maybe like practice here or like maybe do this like, and like when I remember counting off, and I want to give credit to the fucking band right now, is that when I started and we all had a little bit of tension because we hadn't played together, we recorded together, like we had to have a rehearsal. It's like we've been playing together for fucking 30 years. It was literally like. Just bam! It was just like fucking the walls almost started shattering. It was so fucking loud and doesn't happen.
That does not happen all the time, really. And that you would think that we are just like we've been doing that for a long, long time. So you could think that we've seen it all, blah blah blah. That was like one of the most refreshing and strong thing that we ever felt. I'm talking for myself. But
but like when you feel that like that the part of your soul that you've been searching for that has like a little bit of hole in it musically, and that's the thing with musicians, you got to fucking fill that when you find the fucking right people, which we had within Sinsaenum, and we've been trying to do this fucking for a long time as far as like filling that void, of trying to get that extreme part of our soul out. It hit. And like when it did, we knew that it was just fucking, it was meant to be like, we already knew it was, but playing together, that was a whole nother dimension.
I guess I listened to the album and like I perceived it as like modernish death metal, like metal elements in it. And so how does being in so completely different bands and different backgrounds, I mean you like with Dragon Force and you've got Slipknot and we've got Mayhem and all that stuff. Coming together, how does that influence this band? So you wrote most of the songs, or all of the songs?
All of the songs. That's because people know me only as a bass player as a bass player for a power metal band. But that's one thing that they know about me, but that I'm more than just that, and it's fine, if people know me like that. But to me, it's very natural. This type of music is really what I'm into. And the rest of the guys, obviously, and so it might be surprising for people, but to me it's not just like, I need to reinvent myself or anything. This is that part of me that you need to understand that when I smile, when I do gigs and whatnot, deep inside, but people don't know that either. I have like a very dark, very very dark heart. I'm in a very happy place in my life right now, but I have those very dark, negative things, and they need to get out. And that's what that music is about. So that's an expression of my dark, and through and then. So I had like the demos for the song. Like I wrote all of that, but they made it like 100 times better. I had like the drums like roughly played on a drum machine, and then send it to Joey. Then because it's Joey, you don't really need to be like, you need to do this or that. It's just like it's all yours, And then it just made the whole thing like 100 times better, way more, because he gave all his heart as well. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what kind of death metal were you aiming for? Were you aiming for like, what were the main influences and where did you want to go and where did you come from?
I wanted to carry on where it stopped. The music I loved kind of died at some point. So I'm talking late 80s, early 90s death metal, and then for some reason it's not the same anymore. It's I don't know how to describe it. I've never felt the same thing. Maybe because I grew up and couldn't feel it, but anyway, it doesn't exist anymore to my ears. It doesn't exist. So what we wanted to do is just like take the flag when they left it, take it, and now it's our duty to carry on.
You're really busy with Vimic.
With Vimic, yeah.
I guess, and you've got Dragon Force, which is a busy band.
Yeah.
naturally. So, how do your bandmates and the other bands look at this project? What do they say? Do they like it?
Yeah, they do, but see, that's the thing. Like, people don't know that side, but my band, Mansfield, we've been together for 10 years. So if they didn't know by now that I love that kind of music, there would be a problem. So they're happy as long as I mentioned that we have a best of that came out. It's called Killer Elite. No, but they have no problem with that. They know that I need to do it, and they're really happy. They're very supportive. And the singer, is Mark's got the album, and we really think that's great. They're very supportive, so that's great. There's no problem with that, And
yeah, same thing with the guys in Vimic. I mean, they knew that we had this in the works for a long time. That's the thing about being able to do Sinsaenum, Dragon Force, Vimic is the fact that like all of us within the bands that support each other. As far as like the fucking movement of what we want to do in our lives as far as fucking metal, because this is something that we have to do, not that we want to do. This is something that has been in our hearts or fucking souls forever that needs to be, released. And like we've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. The guys in Vimic are completely supportive, and just like the guys in Sinsaenum are completely supportive of Vimic.
Yeah.
So it's like when everything is fucking gonna be fine as far as like touring and stuff like that, everything will work out because everyone respects each other. That's a big fucking difference in the fucking bands that we have. That everyone that are in these fucking bands, every member, fucking we're all adults now, and I'm not fucking kids. There's no jealousy or nothing like that. We make sure everyone is fucking taken care of, and everything's gonna be fucking. All bands are gonna tour and fucking make sure that everything's taken care of when the time is right. Everything will work out because fuck, we're workaholics. Otherwise, we wouldn't fucking be here, So it's not a fucking problem at all. Mm-hmm. Not a problem.
That sounds good. That sounds cool. So one last question, and
well, I'm not answering that one. He's like probably right.
All right. So just what are your goals with this band? Your final goal. What would you dream about reaching with Sinsaenum? So what do you dream about? What do you want to
it's already done. It's already
it's already been finished.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say dream, but like more the what the heart craves as far as like trying to fucking, this is like with every musician, like you have a goal. There's something that you want to achieve. There's a lot of things that you don't get to achieve, through, life, and like but the thing is, if you don't go after them, this is like something that we had to do. So when you talk about like a dream, this is like something that, I look back at like, being in, fucking still in high school and, listening, to Blessed Are the Sick and stuff like that, not comparing this to Morbid Angel whatsoever. I'm just saying, just a fucking, that's something that I would, like to do one day. Eventually you get around to it, but when you do it, you gotta fucking do it full force. So with Sinsaenum, this is like something that we've been working on for fucking years, just through the thought process of wanting to do something like this. So like that pretty much fulfills it.
Yeah. And then now, now we're just gonna take it from there. We're just extremely happy. It's hard for people to understand that, we dress in black, we do evil music, but we're very happy, enthusiastic about all of this. So yeah, as far as dream, it's already fulfilled. Now we just carry on from there. Tour when the time is right, and just fucking shove it in your face.
Yeah. It's here now, so there's no turning away from it. You know what I mean? Like there's no getting out. There's no getting out of it. So.
Do you would love to make an impact? Would you love to be looked at like Morbid Angel?
No.
One day?
No.
Hell no.
No. Much respect for that band. We talk about it a lot because it's kind of like what we just say. We're like, hey man, Morbid Angel, because they're the fucking shit. They're the fucking masters. Yeah. Man. So like it is like how we kind of started, is like out of respect for not only death metal, but extreme metal, but like Morbid Angel is like one of the fucking bands, cannot compare ourselves to that fucking band at all. I want to get that straight right now. Let's get that like fucking down. But it was a connection. So with Sinsaenum, it was definitely like a hybrid of old school like influences and feelings towards that scene, like what we wanted to accomplish, like with like music. And if we were going to do this, this is it's almost like not only is it as serious as it is, but in a way it's a fucking tribute, giving something fucking back to the music that meant so much to us when we were fucking growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's both. It's like it's also it's a tribute. It's something that we needed to do, and also it's a fucking unleashing of something that is new. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly that.